Not only do you have conquest by birthright and conquest by proselytizing by Islam, but you also have the fact of, does the Quran support the claims of Islamic world domination? In other words, are we going to do this via jihad when they have the power to do so?
Well, I think so. You see it in the life of Muhammad, who when in a minority says there is no compulsion of religion, but then when he's in the majority, explains that Islam must be the dominant religion and that you fight until the religion is Allah's, chapter 9 and verse 33 says, and that's exactly then what happened. In particular, look at the disciples of Muhammad in comparison to the disciples of Christ. When Christ died, the disciples, all of them, were martyred for the faith outside of the Apostle John. Whereas the disciples of Muhammad, after he dies in 632 A.D., all of the disciples go to war. They take over Damascus, Syria 2 years after his death, and then Baghdad, and then go into Jerusalem and cross over into North Africa and up through the Iberian Peninsula of Spain and Portugal. And they continue to fight because they believe in world domination. And a question then must be asked. Did they misunderstand or misperceive the teachings of Muhammad, the life of Muhammad, or were they following the commands of their commander and doing exactly what they were called to do? Either Islam was perverted from the very first days after Muhammad's death, or they were following it, and thereby for the first 1,000 years of Islamic history, jihad was not even questioned. You can look at the Pact of Umar, that when they take over territories, Umar was the second caliph, the second leader. They take over much of parts of North Africa, and he makes this surrender treaty. In that surrender treaty, he then says, listen, if you're a Christian or Jew, you may stay. We will not force you to convert. That's key. There is no compulsory religion. But you must serve under Islamic law and be secondary citizens. So you cannot have the same rights. You cannot build churches, remodel churches, sing too loudly. If a Muslim wants your seat, you must stand up. He can sit down. That's the laws of Islam. Islam must dominate the world. That was the point of it from the 7th century. Colonialism had put a wane on it in the 17th and 18th century. But here we are, back to the beginning of Islam, and that's what's going on.